Hi guys, it's Paul Bowen again, bringing you some more videos on hair systems, wigs, whatever you want to call them. This is now my fourth video. If you want to keep checking some more out, please check out my previous videos where some of your questions that you asked me may be answered already. So this week's video, I'm going to tell you what's the best way to tell people that you're either got a hair system or you're getting a hair system or you just want to get it out there for everybody, and because you're going to go looking like this to this. Quick one as well, guys. You guys have been asking what I've been wearing. It's OK Clothing. It's a good friend of mine. Really local brand. Maybe go check out the website. Use Bowen 10 to use for 10% off. Alternatively, you can support me at www.bowenpies.co.uk. I deliver pies across the nationwide. If that's something you're into, please support me there, guys. So yes, let's talk about how you're going to tell people that you're getting a hair system. I've got quite a few people that they looking at it, they think they want it, and then they just get to that point, I know I did, of how am I going to tell people I'm going from bald to hair? You know, how is that transition? You know, you're literally going to go in somewhere bald and come out with a full head of hair, and you're going to have that awkward telling people of like, oh, what's happened? Because obviously, no matter how good hair transplants are, you're never going to go from bald to hair. So it could be possibility that people aren't going to think, yes, it is a wig. My first and best advice would honestly be, don't give a f***. You got to remember why you're getting a hair system, and that is for yourself. You know, you're getting it for you. They look really good. Remember that first and almost all the way through, that it's for you and you only. It's gonna help you out when you get one on more confidence, and I have so many more people come back to me like, oh my god, Paul, I was so worried about what people was gonna say and what I was gonna feel like. I can't believe I made such a big deal about it. And I think that's what you do. You make it a big deal, especially as you're leading up to getting one. You're thinking, oh, your nerves are on high. I almost consider it like maybe, you know, although it's not as bad, like coming out as gay or transgender or whatever. I think it's in that kind of category, obviously not as serious, but I just feel people feel embarrassed about getting one. But no, definitely just do it for yourself. My number two, and the best thing I found to do, was to just do a social media post. If you've got this, you've likely got social media. So straight away, you know, I wouldn't probably do your before picture, just maybe do your after, and just be like, hi guys, it's the new me, check it out. And I guarantee you'll see so much positivity on your Facebook. People will be like, wow, you look great. I couldn't believe when I first got it done, before the Lad Bible video came out, I would say I got 100+ comments from all my friends just saying how good it looked. There was people that I would thought would take the mickey, and they was just so supportive. I think personally it's because it's like taking the mick out of makeup. If you was to say to a girl, hi, you've got makeup on, you know, you wouldn't never say that. The same goes with the hair system. You can see it looks good. So how can you take the mickey out of something for looking good? And yeah, there is lad banter and there will be some of that stuff later on, but most of the time my friends actually forget that I have a hair system or wig on because they're just so used to seeing me with hair. Next kind of part of it is, how do you tell new people that you've got a hair system? Obviously, if you're going in towards a relationship or you're going on a date with a girl, what's the best way to do it? If you go back to me on first dates, I just went straight away and put it in there.
I'll just tell you now because like just so I get it over with now.
Go on, tell me.
So my hair,
yeah,
is a wig. What? Yeah. Like my hair is a wig.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
That is one of the best wigs I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know. I always like to get it out first. So, you know, I mean, obviously not, hi, how are you doing? Yeah, I've got a wig on. I would give it a bit of a conversation, get a gauge, see if you like them or not. You're having a bit of a chat, you think it's going all well, and maybe just slip in, oh, I like your hair, and she'd be like, oh, I like yours too. Oh yeah, it's a wig, and they'd be like, no way, and then you start another conversation. As I said, it looks really good, so you're gonna have a good conversation about it. She's not just gonna walk off, you know what I mean? I've never had that. I've always had positive feedback from it. And if anything, when I was talking or trying to get girls, I would always use the, oh, like, it's a wig, and they'd be like, what? And boom, you're in with a conversation. It's actually a conversation starter. So if you think of it as a positive rather than a negative, you will go so much further with the confidence of being able to tell people that it's a hair system or a wig. Option number 3 is actually don't tell anyone. If you're going from, say, a bit of hair loss, or, it's not that obvious and you've decided to go straight for a hair system, I know quite a few people that have just said nothing, got into a little bit of a hiding for a couple of weeks on social, not really said anything, and then just taking little sneaky pictures, and no one's noticed. An actual story, and you'll be surprised at this. I went into the bank the next day after having my hair system. Obviously, I don't keep in touch with the women at the bank. And I went in, and the woman just looked at me and went, have you had your hair dyed? And it was quite bizarre because she couldn't work it out. And again, once week 2 hit, they just assumed that I had hair. It is crazy how good it looks. So it's never gonna be a name calling or something that you can lose confidence over. So my best advice is just to be confident. If you can be confident, you'll have nothing to worry about it. Say it again. A lot of people have come back to me and said, I can't believe I made such a big deal about it. And there you go, it's just confidence. So out of all this, it's just to be confident. So rule number 1 is just to tell people, be open. Number 2, get it out on social media. Number 3, don't be scared, just to tell people. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this week's video. Next week, I'm going to be answering another one of your guys' questions, which was about, does it ever come off? As you see an old-fashioned wig getting blown off. So I'm going to answer that for you next week. Tune in for that. If you haven't already subscribed, leave me a comment below of what you'd like to see. I'm going to start carrying on working through some of these comments because I'm getting a few already and I'm loving it. So I'm going to reply to them. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next Wednesday.